You're watching Let's Chat.
And we have a few more minutes to spend with Chattanooga Mayoral hopeful Kim White. And by the way, today is the last day for early voting. So again, Kim, thanks for joining us. I know your life is crazy, as we said a moment ago. You recently came out a couple of weeks ago with your 10-point women's initiative. Highlight that for us and tell us what it means.
Yeah, thank you, Chip. I think as a female, I have a very unique perspective, and I would be the first female mayor in 181 years, I might add,
right.
To really look at issues that are affecting women in the city. And as in the country, we've lost 2.4 million women out of the workforce since COVID, trying to juggle child care and a lot of other issues. So at City Hall, we want to be a leader and set the example. I'm going to come out and say we're providing child care for our employees, and really to encourage a lot of other employers to help us increase seats for child care. Our goal is to have 2,000 more seats in early childhood. And we think that we can do that, and we think that's an imperative. Not only does it help with talent in the workforce, but it also helps make sure our kids are ready for school.
And knowing how to nurture that talent in the workforce is also something that women probably are a little better at than their male counterparts.
Yes, you know, I've had experience my entire career to be the only female at the table. I want to make sure that we actually have opportunities, and we make sure our administration is very diverse, and especially when we appoint people to boards. There's 168 seats that we appoint to boards to make sure they're reflective of our community.
Wow. Very briefly, you talked about your team, your organization, your group, and provided you are elected mayor, do you already have your cabinet picked out, so to speak, your team members? Do you have a rough idea? Am I asking a question that's none of my business?
No, absolutely. I think I have a history of putting together fantastic teams. So I've been talking to a lot of people. Most of those are employed in other great jobs too. So yes, we'll come out quickly with a team, but I want to make sure we have the best of the best. And also, City Hall has a lot of great employees too.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to interview and make sure the people are in the right seats. So we think that quickly we'll come out with a top-notch administration.
Without asking what your hit list is, what's one of the first things you're going to do? I know you can't plan 100 days totally start to finish, but if Kim White steps into the mayor's office next week, what's job number one?
Yeah, the first thing that we're going to do is put together the Office of Small Business Support, because that's critical. We're getting money from the federal government. We want to make sure that we deploy those correctly, that we're making sure that we're helping some of those small businesses struggling. We've got to look at how we streamline city government processes to make sure that investment that's been out there, I mean, I can't tell you how many people have said they want to spend money and invest money in Chattanooga, but they're waiting because we're way too complicated.
I think one thing that was disappointing to both of us and a lot of us who are watching and actively involved in our city was and I'm going to use the word crappy, because the voter turnout was crappy. It was, what, 5% out of the eligible voters turned out to vote.
Well, you know, this past time, there were 28,000 people that turned out. That was higher than what we've had in the past.
Yeah,
we need people to come out and vote. It is so important.
You've got about 90 seconds to look at this camera over here and tell the folks who are watching to tell their friends why you are the premier candidate.
Yeah,
for
thank you,
mayor.
Chip. I absolutely love this city. I've spent my career working to make a difference in a city that has meant so much to me. I feel like I'm uniquely qualified. I have run a business. I've met a payroll. I've run a nonprofit. I've sat beside city government for 11 years and have a perspective, an outside-in perspective of what's broken and what needs to be fixed. I have a history of pulling together coalitions and partnerships to get work done, and city government can't do it alone. We need a leader that can pull the city together, bringing our great partners, the faith-based community, the nonprofit community, working with city and county government. I am that leader. I would love to have your vote and your support. I'm going to work hard for you just like I've worked my entire life and how I'm working on this campaign. So thank you for your consideration and for your support.
Very well said, and thank you so much for keeping your word and your promise to be here today.
Thank you.
We appreciate that very much. Election Day is coming up Tuesday, the 13th. It is right around the corner. Make sure and bring your proper identification. Oh, Lord, am I going to get in trouble for that, too? If you want to find out more about either candidate, there they are listed on your screen. Make sure and get out and vote. Come on, Chattanooga. 5% voter turnout. We can do better than that. Kim, thank you again. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, Chip.
We'll see you tomorrow morning right here at 10 for more Let's Chat.